Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
And that prompted Trump to be asked about it by a reporter, and he said that he would release the UFO files, and here's the clip of that.
Something that got a lot of attention this week. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know.
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Well,
he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to,
Well,
so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals. What else?
Everything is not even close to what it appears to be. I've heard rumblings that Barack could have even been kind of trying to keep the topic lighthearted and deflect from some potential upcoming things. And these guys are masters of manipulation. You know, if the world is a stage, you are looking at, these guys make Hollywood actors look like they're a dime a dozen. I think there is some truth to the alien narrative, but I think it's going to be utilized, like everything, as a tool to dissuade us from looking in any particular direction of something they don't want us to look at. It's not just controlling the narrative, but you have controlled opposition as well, who I believe are also players. So you're controlling history, and you're not only controlling those who are moving mankind, but you're also controlling those who are criticizing it. And, as an example with Operation Paperclip and what we were talking about with the alien disclosure, it's important to remember that Carol Rosen, who was Wernher von Braun's assistant, said that eventually NASA's rocket program was going to have a breakaway underground Fourth Reich group that eventually would utilize a fake alien invasion, right? A false narrative, a false flag, a psychological operation. And that this was planned. This was in the 50s. And we're still having this discussion now. So it's decades away. They already have the writing on the wall. And let's not forget that if you're a fan of the Terminator series, we have Elon Musk, who just last year was saying, if you're going to get wealthy, you have 4 years to do it before the singularity and robots and AI take over. And then no matter what you do, it won't matter. And if you look at the Terminator series, and when Terminator was supposed to come onto the scene, it was 2029, which lines up perfectly with the comment Elon Musk said. And if you look at Elon Musk, even his name, he was written about in 1952 by none other than Wernher von Braun in Project Mars, where it was said that someone by the name of Elon would take us to and occupy Mars. So none of this is by accident.
Isn't that interesting, though, Ryan, that Elon has kind of changed his direction? It's not about Mars anymore. Have you seen this? That it's about going to the moon. He wants to go to the moon now, Ryan. Forget Mars. Mars is too far away. Let's go back to the moon.
Right. Which is just as funny. Just as funny.
I mean, how many times have we said, I'm pretty sure within the last, I think since the year of 2000, NASA has had plans to go back to the moon, but they always fall through. And I distinctly remember one of these because I was in middle school when it was happening. And the science teacher came out and brought a thing back in, and it was like this big presentation about how NASA's going back to the moon. and we never went.
Yeah, the moon is a whole other topic, but yeah, it is. I think this is a great example because it always comes back to space. When you can't fool them on Earth, fool them in space because they can't argue with you. It's easy to deflect and use the space narrative, the space brothers, the space kids, space in general. As soon as they call these operations on terra firma here on Earth, as soon as they're in a corner, they point to the heavens and say, "But we're doing this and we're working on that, and look at this and look at that." And it's, in my opinion, specifically for that purpose, the same as the ancients would use astrology when the elites were cornered. Well, we have our sorcerers and magicians that are telling us what's going to happen. Are you going to argue with them too? Same is true now. We have our scientists and our immunologists. Are you going to argue with them too? And the bottom line is, once you call them out, they're done and they have to deflect. And they usually point to the heavens and point to space because it's an easy out. I mean, it has worked time and time again. There's nothing that can get people's minds off of what's right in front of them than when you start talking about something that's light years away.
You have some. Do you see something on your face? I can edit this part out. There's like a shadow or like some kind of glare all over your face.
Oh,
Is that
no.
coming? Is that coming from?
Probably some MK Ultra sub project. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't see. I wasn't looking at it. I'm looking now, though.
Okay. I was just making sure if you had a window curtain open or something. That seems like the perfect distraction is here, look out here into space at things that are possibly not even real, and that'll serve up this, really great distraction, and that we'll never get the answers to. All the while, we have these Epstein files that have answers all over them. Things that we can tangibly research and tangibly look at. With the UFO file, it seems like it's nothing but speculation, because how far back are these UFO files going to go? They're probably going to go back to the 40s, right? From the initial first sighting, regardless if that was the Battle of LA or if it was Kenneth Arnold in Washington, it's going to go back a really long way. So what can we do about things that happened in the 40s, Ryan? We can't do anything about things that happened in the 40s, but we can do some things that happened in the mid 2000s or the late 2000s or early 2020. We can still do things about that stuff, but we can't do anything about aliens and UFOs.
It's tough because those who control our history and wrote it are the ones that are controlling and writing our future. And, this is such narrative control, and they're so good at it at this point. The first alleged ship that was confiscated, if you believe in that sort of thing, was in Italy. And it was in 1937. And allegedly we went in and swooped that, if you believe testimony from people in intelligence, people like David Grush and others. And we went in after the Vatican told us about it. And this was after Mussolini failed and the fascist government was no longer in place. We just went in and swooped it. And allegedly, we have a number of these craft. Now, keep in mind that it's really easy to get stuck in the weeds with this stuff because there's never any detailed description of what it is. You just get these vague references of what it might do.